Coming up in a few minutes.
Tonight in Utica, as the Comets face a must-win situation in Game 4 of the North Division semifinals against the Toronto Marlies tonight. Let's head to the Adirondack Bank Center live, site of tonight's contest. Sports Director Spencer Davidson gets us ready for puck drop. Hi, Spencer.
Yeah, hey there, Kristen. Good evening, everyone. Kristen, you said it. The Comets season hangs in the balance as they trail this best-of-5 series 2-1 and need to win tonight in order to push it to a decisive Game 5 in Toronto on Sunday. Now, joining me to break it all down is the voice of the Comets, Jason Shia. Once again, thank you for joining me. So, Comets had a big opportunity on Wednesday with 2 games at home, series tied at 1, but a bad third period, and now their season's on their backs are against the wall.
Yeah.
What did you see in Wednesday's game that maybe needs a little bit of improvement, a little bit of tweaking tonight that maybe gets the Comets over the hump?
It's a 2-2 game going in the third period at home. You want to have the best period of the year at that point, right? And it just didn't happen that way. And they had a couple of bad bounces, but you create your own bounces at the same time. I'd have loved to see a power play goal and that 4-minute advantage in the third period. It didn't come to fruition. But look, you put the past behind you, you move forward to what's tonight. It's the biggest game of the year. This team has done one thing really well. They've bounced back. I expect the best game of the year to happen tonight in this building.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I was going to ask you. We've heard it from the team all year, and we've seen it from them. What a resilient bunch this is. I mean, so what are you expecting to see from the team? You mentioned that you want to see them put their best foot forward, but what are you expecting in their game tonight?
I expect a couple players who have been percolating. They've been ready to score, like Alex Holtz. You would love for him to have a breakout game today. You'd love for him to finally get off the shot that he wants, the power play, or get that breakaway opportunity, because confidence matters. And when you're rolling like Riley Walsh is rolling, you start to score, and the ones that weren't going in earlier are now going in. So you need that. Also, Nico Dawes, he's been fantastic the entire way. As long as he plays the game he's been playing, that means the Comets have a chance to win every game. So that's working in their favor.
Absolutely. Now, we've had, the Comets are largely healthy. Have had a couple of injuries. Are there any updates? Nolan Foote has been out. Sam LeBear's 2 forwards who certainly could be providing for this team, contributing for this team. Are there any updates on either one of them?
I think there'll be a tweak up at front, a forward, and 1 tweak on the back end. But really, the team remains what it is. So a couple of tweaks on the outside. But, what you saw on Wednesday will pretty much be what you see tonight.
The crowd quieted on Wednesday late in the third period by Toronto. They know the stakes tonight. Everybody in the stands here, what are you expecting from this atmosphere?
Look, I want it to be loud because I do believe, and I've heard this from coach, I've heard it from players, when it's loud to start the game, when it's in those crucial moments when everyone's really emotional, it lifts you. It lifts you up. We're in the booth and you can feel it. You get goosebumps. Maybe you go back to that Laval moment in overtime, something I probably won't forget for a long time. And we want that in this game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. When this place gets rocking, it is an unbelievable sight. Jason, thank you so much. Have fun tonight. Now, coming up at 6, guys, we're going to hear from the team themselves as they talk about their expectations and their focus for this game with their season once again on the line. Game 4 of the North Division semifinals between the Comets and Marlies here at the Adirondack Bank Center coming up at 7. Fans will start filing in just a few minutes as the gates open on a do-or-die night for Utica. That'll do it for me here at the Odd. Kristen, I'll send it back up to you.
All right, Spencer, thank you. Still ahead here on the Live at 5 News Hour, an update on a medical health.
It is hockey night in Utica here at the Adirondack Bank Center. Back in October, the power went out during the Comets home opener here in this building. Well, with a loss tonight in Game 4 of the North Division semifinals, and it'll be lights out on the season. The Comets trail the Toronto Marlies 2-1 in this best-of-5 playoff series and look to stave off elimination here tonight to force a decisive Game 5 on Sunday. Now, Utica came in with a big opportunity in Game 3 back on Wednesday with the series tied at a game apiece. The team found themselves down by 2, giving up the first goal of the game around 5 minutes in, but rallied back in the second to tie at 2. However, the Comets failed to capitalize on a 4-minute power play in the third period, which seemed to be a turning point as they then gave up 3 third-period goals to lose 5-2, making tonight a must-win at home. One thing about this Comets team, they've been a resilient bunch all year long. During the regular season, the team was 19-15, 0-3 after a loss. And we've seen it in these playoffs, too, with late-game comebacks and a big Game 2 win after a heartbreaking OT loss, their first of the postseason, to start this series in Game 1 just last week. So, with the season now on the line, in their building, in front of their home fans, the team is looking to muster up a little more of that magic to keep this run going.
We know where we're at. We know we're backs against the wall here. But, you know, we're a pretty calm group, no panic. We still feel like that when we play the way that we want to play, the series should be ours. So it's cliche, but you got to wipe it. You got to have short-term memory. You can use whatever happened to fuel you for the next game, but we know where we're at, that we're up against it here. It's going to fuel the fire for sure. It's what happens in the playoffs. You know, it's, you know, never say die mentality. We've kind of had it all year. And I'm excited to see how we respond. I think we'll be good.
I have confidence in our players. If we have a little more sustained pressure, we take away the pressure in our zone, good things will follow. I like our group. I like the idea that we have a team that's built that can have a long run, but we're a long way from that stage. Now we're in a desperation stage, and we look forward to going back to Toronto on Sunday.
So you heard it right there from Coach Deneen, the team expecting to be packing their bags bound for Toronto this weekend and not home for the summer. But to do that, they'll have to win here tonight in front of the home fans in Game 4. The Comets' season is hanging in the balance, and regardless of tonight's result, this still could be the Comets' final home game of the year. But the nearly 4,000 fans filing into this building right now, certainly hoping that's not the case. Puck drop in Game 4, just over a half hour away. I'll see you on the other side tonight at 11. Good evening. It is hockey night in Utica. The Comets, with their backs against the wall, face elimination in Game 4 of the North Division semifinals. Trailing the best-of-5 series 2-1, Utica needed to win tonight to force a decisive Game 5 in Toronto on Sunday. To the Adirondack Bank Center, nervous but excited energy for this one. Comets have been a resilient bunch all year, but a loss tonight and it's lights out on the season. Well, they got the start they wanted. Just past the midway point of the first, Xavier Perron, battling in front, controls the feed and puts in the spin-around backhander. Crowd on their feet. Utica jumps out to a 1-0 lead. They'd hold that lead into the second. Marlies with a chance on the power play. Nico Dawes, quick reaction, kicks out the pad for a big save on the redirect in front. Bit of a logjam after the play, but no harm done. 5 minutes into the period, Toronto back in control. Carl Dahlstrom at the point. His shot gets deflected on its way in. Dawes can't catch up to it. It's Dahlstrom's goal, and the Marlies knot things up at 1. Soon after, Comets with a chance to regain the lead. Graham Clark intercepts the pass, but he's stopped with the glove by Eric Shalgren, who hangs on. Big chance there. Midway through the middle frame, Marlies over the blue line. Matteo Petronero, high slot, picks the corner, blocker side on Dawes, and Toronto has its first lead of the night. It's 2-1. Just 39 seconds later, another quick rush up ice for the Marlies. Logan Shaw barred down. What a shot, snapping it top shelf, and the Comets suddenly trail by 2. So they've got some work to do heading into the third. Early in the frame, off a block, Robbie Russo, wide open net, but Shalgren stretches over to grab a piece of it for a big-time save as it goes out of play. Late in the frame, more desperation with the net empty for Utica. Shalgren with a couple of stops, then robs Alex Holtz on the doorstep with the rebound. Comets getting chances, but at the other end, with 2 seconds left, Kyle Clifford puts it in the empty net to seal it. Disappointment for the Comets, whose 10th season in Utica has come to an end. They dropped this one 4-1 to lose the series 3-1. The Marlies, meanwhile, advance to the North Division Final, where they'll take on either the Rochester Americans or Syracuse Crunch. Game 5 to determine the winner of that series is tomorrow in Syracuse. Comets have yet to make it beyond this round since the Calder Cup Finals run in 2015. They'll now have to wait for Season 11 in October. Meanwhile, in the Stanley Cup playoffs tonight, Comets parent club New Jersey Devils dropped Game 2 of their second-round series to the Carolina Hurricanes 6-1. Akira Schmid made 21 saves, but he was pulled for the second straight game after the second period of this one, giving up 4 goals in Game 2. The Devils now trail the best-of-7 series 2-0. Game 3 is back in Newark, New Jersey on Sunday. Well, the Yankees hit the road to open